Next up, Tarrance Austin, Jr. with the Pueblo South Colts, who are a 9 seed in the 2021 postseason brackets. Only 2 losses. You had that overtime loss to Fountain Fort Carson, and then you lost to Central, but you got the rematch where you played them on March 1st and you beat them. I get the sense that sent a lot of messages. What kind of statement was that?
Central is a great team to play, and it was hard watching our team lose to without us when we was on that quarantine. So when we came back and we won, I felt like it just sent a statement that our team is actually contenders for the playoffs, and we ain't to be looked over.
And both you and your brother were missing for that game, the first one, right, where you lost?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know that, and properly so, you didn't want to make that to be the number one reason why you lost to a good team like Central. But, hey,
Yeah.
Once you got back together, we're able to get that victory. And then let's look at the bigger picture throughout the course of the season. The reality is you're working under a first-year head coach. You have very little veteran leadership on your squad in terms of personnel. Still, you finish off the regular season 12-2, top of your conference. You get that 9 seed. How did your team get here?
So me and my brother knew how Coach Shannan always coached because she coached our older sister. And then everyone else on the team, other than like 2 or 3 people, played for our AAU team. So we all played together before. So we always had that chemistry going for us into the season. And then it helped way better having the energy of the bench even without the fans not there.
Regarding you individually, did you expect as a junior to be the top scorer, shot blocker, steals leader for this season's Colts?
To be honest, it honestly helped having all my teammates there, especially like my little brother and Ray being there, because it really opened up the court for me to get all the points and get the blocks for the help side, because I didn't have to necessarily guard the best player because we had Makai and Dez, and we had all those guys to build around with my strengths, their strengths, and everyone else's strengths to get. So Reese is a facilitator, so he gets everyone open, gets us easy layups, and then we go off of that.
Okay, 5'11", and describe what kind of player you are.
Mostly, like I say like a slasher, small forward, getting all those open shots and just being a slasher while even have to be in a primary ball handler, and then catch and shoot when I need to. It's just working out.
Okay, so this is something that you're used to, because I do see that you like to post up down low, and then otherwise from the top, you're not afraid of having this uncanny knack to drive to the hole and get through traffic. Why is it that you seem to have more spring and energy than anybody on the floor at any given time?
I honestly don't know myself. It's just with me, I always stop. Even if I'm tired, I got to get back on defense. I got to get my energy and just got to keep playing, because I'm going to be tired after the game. I'm going to be tired during the game. But in the moments that we need it, we can't be tired. We just got to keep playing.
You mentioned tired too. When I think of conditioning, it's noticeable to me. Do you ever leave the floor? It doesn't seem like it on tape.
No.
I didn't think so. Right. Now, you mentioned your brother, Maurice. He's a significant contributor as a freshman this season. How does he inspire you being out there with you?
He inspires me by pushing me. Like, it's always competition with us because, of course, we brothers. So it's just always pushing us to get better, and then it pushed us to be better at what we do. He's a better ball handler than me. It pushed me to work on my ball handling skills. A better finisher. He pushed him to work on his finishing. He's getting all these layups now, and it's easy for him.
Something having to do with your brother, too, is I notice, and I know part of this story, but I want you to help us out. You wore 24 as a sophomore, and then this season you're wearing number 5, but there's a lot to that story. Why and how did you make that switch?
So for all my life, I wore number 5. So when I got to high school, they didn't have number 5, so I switched to 24 because Kobe was my favorite player, and 8 wasn't available. So, and then when my little brother got there, we talked about it, and he always wore 24 for all his life because that's when he was the day he was born was January 24th. And I wore 5, so we just switched.
And didn't Coach Lane have to like special order you a 5 for this season?
Yeah, we we got all new jerseys, and it happened like right when we was about to order them. So I had to tell her that I switched to 5 right before she ordered them, and he switched to 24.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, let's continue with what we see in terms of the visuals on the court with you. Okay, jerseys, shorts, that's standard issue stuff. But how about the knee pads, the sleeves, the full Lycra tights? What's with all the gear that you wear on the court, man?
just because how my play style is, I usually end up on the floor, and wearing the tights kind of just helps stabilize some of my knees, because sometimes it'd be doing stuff I don't even know. So, and then the knee pads are for like if I end up on the floor or something, or especially they meant for the screens if you go knee to knee with something. Knee to knee with something hurts.
Right. And when we think of all that, my understanding is all that gear, everything, you wear it to bed, like, jersey, shorts, knee pads, tights, and then even the shooter shirt, you got to wear that to bed before each game night. Why is that?
So that came from AAU. So I was being lazy, and we in the hotel, and my dad always woke us up early because we had to get ready for early games. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to get ready tonight, and you can't wake me up until we have to go. And it just always stuck with me until then. And it's been working out.
You're proud to call Colorado home. So are we. Since 1973, we've been giving back to the communities where we live, work, and play across our great state. And we're here to stay. If you're looking for an independent, locally managed community bank where the employees are also the owners, we would like to be your bank. We're Alpine Bank.